Yo, it's your boy JSF. So it's about time I get to do another fun video that I get to actually have fun talking shit. This is great. So recently, past week, past few days or whatever, there's been some low-key, it hasn't been this crazy drama, but like low-key NRS drama with basically Sonicfox calling out the whole community. And newsflash, everyone, when you're the fucking best, you can call out whoever you want to call out, even if it's literally everybody else. This is great, man. This is the best content. This is the best shit ever. You can call out anybody when you're that good, right? Sonicfox won Final Combat, was top fucking 2, top 3 and everything. Sonicfox, if they say you suck, hey, you might want to just ask why instead of getting mad. But but before we get to that, so this video I want to talk about Sonicfox said, right? But I'm gonna play you the clip so you know what I'm talking about, because a lot of people are mad. But I'm gonna play you the clip. I hope you guys can hear it well. I'm gonna play it like ghetto bootleg style, but I hope you can hear it.
No, you guys know. Listen. All 2,200 viewers of you in the chat room, like legitimately, 99% of you actually suck at this game. No cap. Like actually no cap. 99% of you suck at this game. So like I usually don't listen to your opinions. Like no cap. But anyways, like I am not afraid to admit that. I legitimately will go to other communities and I am like, other players should play our games because you guys actually fucking suck at your own game. Like, it's incredible how much this community sucks at their own game. They don't want to laugh shit. It puts me on tilt. So, because of that, I laugh shit. And, like, I don't listen to other people. Which is why my lowest place has been second place all season.
Talk your shit.
But anyways, with that being said,
oh man,
I think
talk your shit. So, for those of you who don't know, that was part of a Sonicfox's tier list video.
Sub-Zero.
Yeah, that was part of Sonicfox's tier list video, and I already made a video about Sonic's tier list, kind of addressing it, and I agree with some of it, but I disagree with a lot of it, and Sonic is the fucking best, and you know, I'm never going to say I'm a better player than Sonic, but I think I understand these games at a very high level, so sometimes I disagree with what high level players say, yada yada yada. If you go back in my history and figure out who the hell I am, I got ran out of the community for being right about injustice. That's how I made my first name in this community back with 16-bit. Never mind, we're not gonna have that conversation. But anyway, so if you couldn't hear the clip, I'm sorry if the audio was bad because I'm playing it off my phone. If you couldn't hear the clip, Sonicfox says, while they're in the chat, right? While they're streaming, the chat room is like going off like it's Sonic says Jade is, you know, A tier or whatever, blah blah blah, and Sonic says, listen, all 2,000, however many of you in the chat, 99% of you guys suck at the game. I go to other communities and like tell them to play our game because you guys suck at the game. You don't want to laugh shit. You fucking suck. That's what Sonicfox said, not me. Well, I've said it too, but I just find this shit hilarious because some people have been like kind of salty about it. Some people have been like whatever, like some people like, I think Coach Steve said, hey, use it as motivation. I'm put up the tweet. I don't want to be Mr. Just say shit off the top of my head. Yeah, let me just pull up the tweet, and Sonicfox tweeted a lot more shit about it too. It says also that I'm gonna read Sonicfox's tweets first because these are from earlier today, like talking about the situation, right? It says also to add to the NRS discourse that I started. Don't say I didn't try to give tech explanations and guides to the community to help further it. Y'all dismissed my strategies and chose to complain instead. If you think I'm talking to you, either prove me wrong or keep complaining. I love it. Talk that shit. Hey, tell everybody they trash. Tell them. Like, if they mad, what they gonna do? Tell them to beat you. He also says, or they also say, take this as a wake-up call. I know my community the most, and I know how y'all get when anyone talks shit. That's a fact. So know your best player is talking shit about you guys. Sup. Do something about it. I'll happily become the villain the community needs, and if it means they'll step their shit up. Y'all took kind Sonic for granted, and now they're gone. Don't mind me as I hang another trophy up on my wall after bodying the majority for not grinding properly and complaining. Ooh! Woo! That's a bar, by the way. That's a bar. Yeah, Sonic is going in. But those are the tweets Sonic said. And also, Coach T said, Sonic yesterday called 99% of the NRS community trash. Here's what I think. If you think it includes you, it probably does. Instead of being offended, work harder. I mentioned yesterday, people would rather complain than actually learn how to use training mode. Fix that, please. Now, these is facts. I'll be the first to tell you. I told you already. Man, if you go back in my history and watch my little weak ass videos, I've told y'all. The majority, even in I think my Fuck Neutral Boost video, I said most of the people who play this game suck at this game, and they have no desire to learn this game. That isn't me like taking shots at anybody or nothing, but like I said, the majority of the players in this game, besides like the prodigies, right? Most of even the competitive players, right? The competitive names you can think of on the top of your head for this game. I don't want to say any specific names because it's gonna sound like a call out when it's not. But I think maybe 5 or 6 players who play this game are good. That's it. Like, I don't think the 14th, 15th, 16th seed at a Final Combat, I don't know who they are, so I'm not. Those are random numbers off the top of my head. I don't think they probably are the best at the game, right? Like I said, there's a few players who I think are good. Sonic, I think Ninja Killer, obviously. I think Foxy Grandpa's good. But like, if you even look at a player like Foxy Grandpa, right? From the MK9 days, coming from the UK, being one of the few coming from the UK and bodying people, dominant, right? Foxy's still doing his thing, still hella good. The rest of the UK scene, from that fuck the UK. I mean, no disrespect to the UK. I don't mean it like that. I mean, fuck the not even talking about the UK scene, fuck the US too. The US and UK scenes from MK9, they're all gone. You know what I mean? So Foxy is doing something nobody else is doing because the gods of MK9 were like Rio, Perfect Legend, CD Junior, and all these people that are nowhere to be found now in this game. So you know what I mean? So I gotta give Foxy that credit, that leniency that he might be a god too. Sonic's a god, Ninja Killer's a god. I think Deoxys could be a young god. There's probably like 6-7 players, but other than that, a lot of people are just super duper trash. Like, they're just bad at the game, right? So they're just bad at the game. And Sonic is calling people out saying 99% of y'all suck, and that's a fact. Like, I will tell you, here's the name I will call out. I will not even call out, but I'll just say it. Combat sucks. Combat, Noble, Combat, Emperor Combat, XXX Combat Killer, whatever it is. He sucks. Now, he's a kid, so he has time. He can learn, he can become really good, etc., etc., etc. He's got time. He can become one of the best in the world, but he is trash. That kid sucks. If all you can, there's a lot of players like that, right? Like, I've played in a couple of Coliseum tournaments. Even though I don't train for this game, I'm not a part of a team, not a part of a clan, nothing. I don't train. I've just played in them just to kind of feel for the people that I'm playing against and some of the players that I play against. Like, right? Like the Mighty Unjust, that guy sucks. Audi, he sucks. Like, you know what I mean? It is not to disrespect these players. Well, I'm disrespecting Audi because he counterpicked the slice for me like a loser. Fam, just pick your character. Like, that was super trash. But, yeah, no, a lot of players are just the ones that we see in tournament placing, top 8s, blah, blah, blah. Like, I get it. You know how to exploit this game, how to pick something that's easy to use and really abusable in this game. Totally understand that. How many of you guys can play another game and be good at it? How many players can pick this game up, be good at it? Okay, cool. You're top 8 placer, you're good in MK11. Now pick up Dragon Ball, see how you do. Now pick up Street Fighter, see how you do. Now pick up whatever game, see how you do. You know what I mean? The only game I won't apply that to is 3D games, like Tekken and shit. 3D is a whole different world. I don't give a fuck how good I get at this shit. I'm never picking up Tekken. That's different. But like, I saw a hot take from Cherny Volk of all people. And if you know, shout out to Cherny, man. Cherny Volk is one of the most entertaining people in the community. I saw a hot take from him. I'm trying to find it right now on my phone. But what he said was, He said it's actually hilarious that Tweety and I coincidentally had the same exact take on Sonic's rant about the NRS community. Kid is getting 50-0'd in SFE and similar in tech, and he's not that godlike. That's what Cherney said. I didn't see what Tweety said, but I replied to that shit and say, yo, that shit is cap. It's 100% cap. Because like, you can't say, oh, Sonic's getting bodied in Street Fighter and Tekken. Sonic's not amazing at everything. Sonic is not that good. Like, fam, when Sonicfox took Street Fighter seriously, I saw Sonicfox make it the top 8 at a stack tournament. If I'm not mistaken, Sonic beat Knuckle Dude, who ended up winning Capcom Cup in Street Fighter 5. And this is at a tournament. Sonic had a close set with Tokido. And Tokido is, to everybody, to Capcom players, is Daigo Tokido, best of all time. You know what I mean? The Sonicfox is playing Fang, was like the worst character in the game way back then, was beating the hell of people. Like, was doing great in Street Fighter, but didn't like the game. When Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite came out, Sonicfox lost to F-Champ in a set online. F-Champ talked some shit, and Sonic said, I bet, grinded the game, learned the game, and then did an exhibition and washed F-Champ. It became like low-key the best of that game until the game started dying out at the end, and then Cloud 805 was the one to beat Sonicfox, who ended up winning the biggest, you know, Battle for the Stones tournament, etc. So there's no shame in losing to Cloud when Cloud is the best at the game when people cared about that game. You know what I mean? And then we know how Dragon Ball went, where Sonicfox played against Koichi, and that whole rivalry was like the story of the whole first year of the game. And even the second year, Evo Grand Finals, was Sonic Koichi again. Like, how can you say, like, oh, you only good at this game? Not to mention, we didn't even talk about Skullgirls. And I don't think Sonic was as dominant in Skullgirls, like, won everything all the time, but was still one of the top 3 best players in that game, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong, that's Skullgirls, because, you know. But, you know, you just can't discredit, Sonicfox's skills, man. You really can't. You cannot. Because it's been proven time and time again. So to say something like that, like I saw somebody say, oh, Sonicfox lost like 35-1 against Smug. It's like, fam, Smug is one of the best Street Fighter 5 players in the world. And I don't know how many of you guys know how Street Fighter 5 is, but Smug beats Japanese players. Smug beat Bon Chan in Capcom Cup. Bon Chan is one of the best Japanese players. Like, Smug isn't just a good American player. Smug is like top 5 American players in that game and can beat Japanese gods in that game. Like, Smug isn't just some dude. Like, it's not, like, that's not just some random guy. Like, yes, if you don't play Street Fighter and don't train for that game and take it seriously, you're gonna lose 35-1 to Smug too, especially when you're trying to learn a character that's new. It wasn't like Sonicfox was playing Fang, who Sonic was playing in 2016. That's not how that shit went. So like, I don't know, I saw that floating around too. I wish I could find Tweety's post about it. That's what I'm looking for. But I saw that I forgot who said that, but I saw that floating around too. And I'm like, fam, like, y'all are bringing up the wackest points about it. Like, at least if you're gonna disagree, like, come up with some shit. But I'm just going with like some things the community said as a reaction. Nah, Tweety might have deleted it. I'm just bad at finding it while I'm on this video. But anyway, so I want to talk more about what was said. 99% of you guys are trash. 99% of you are buns. You suck at the game. You're not good. You don't know what you're doing. That is facts. That is, oh, I found it. Ooh, I found it. But before we get to what Tweety said, let's just say that's big facts, right? I've been saying it because if you look, right? And this is no disrespect to Rewind at all, but he's one of those top players who just plays every top tier. I've seen Rewind play Sonya, I've seen Rewind play Liu Kang, I've seen Rewind play Johnny Cage, I've seen Rewind play, I don't know if I've seen him play Joker, but he is the only one. There's other people that do that. He's just an example that came to my head, but it's like a lot of you guys who don't want to learn the game, and when you're losing, you're getting beat, or you're not getting the results you like, you decide to switch to a easier, more top tier character, or for certain matchups you do that. And the problem is the developer plays into that. So they designed the game around counterpicking, right? They designed the game around counterpicking. So that makes it easier for you. Like, oh, you don't like that matchup with that character, pick this character. Then somebody else switches to that character. Like, in other games, you pick your character before you go online. Street Fighter, you do it. Grand Blue, you do it. Dragon Ball, you do it. You know, I'm just talking about the games I play. You pick your character before you go online. You don't get matched up and then decide, he's got a picture of Scorpion in his icon. I'm picking, you know, character that does well against Scorpion. Like, it's weird. Like, NRS plays into the counterpicking, which is funny because when MKX came out, they said we did the variation system because we wanted to see more character loyalists, which was a crock of shit. And this is one of the reasons I'm going to keep shitting on NRS, because they're shitty as a developer and nobody wants to talk about it because, oh my god, look how cool Fujin looks. And y'all don't want to talk shit about it. Fujin is probably going to be trash. RoboCop is probably going to be top tier. That's my hot take and my guess from now. Shiva's probably gonna suck too. Just throwing that out there. But anyway, I always get sidetracked these fucking videos. This one is at least a video I got some fun with. I don't really give a shit. Sonic is right. A lot of y'all suck. Stay hydrated. But what was I talking about? I totally lost my train of thought. Let's see what Tweety was talking about. This video is going to be too long. So here's what Tweety said. Thoughts on the Sonic rant. Here are my thoughts on the rant about everybody being bad. If you disagree, that's fine. If you want to shade me because I'm worse than Sonic in the games, that's fine too. Been thinking about it since it happened. Since Corona season, I got bored enough to make a tweet longer about it. I heavily disagree with Sonic saying that 99% of NRS players are bad. With Sonic's reasoning that they play other games and see how much those players... See how much more the See how much more the players of those games explore. I have two major points. Let's go over the first one. Sonic has been playing NRS games for 9 years. During that time, NRS games have been their main focus. Of course, not. Yeah, damn, this is too long. I don't want to read all this shit. Of course, not the whole 9 years, but since they have placed a hella shit. But for enough of those 9 years to where before DBFZ, Sonic was literally known as the Mortal Kombat player by even FGC people. That's not true. You can even reference Fight Around 2016 interviews about it. Interviews with SFV players where they're asked about who Sonic is. So you have arguably the greatest fighting game player of all time putting a ton of work into NRS games. Of course, relative to them, 99% of players would be bad. That would be like if LeBron James played baseball and thought, damn, I'm losing to the 183rd best baseball player, but I can cook Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is such so dumb compared to all these baseball players. I hope he's in basketball. I've never read this before now, so this is hilarious. If that analogy doesn't work for you, really think about it. Sonic has played Tekken for probably 1/1000 of the time Knee has. Most of the top players have played NRS games for half the time Sonic has. I don't even think there's a top player today who has played NRS games for as long, besides Foxy. Of course, it's going to seem to be like the 400 best Tekken player, just a genius compared to a top 10 NRS player because they literally got NRS. Just dipping their toes in Tekken. I completely disagree with that bullshit. My second point, I'm sorry for reading this bullshit to y'all, man. I'm not gonna read all this, but basically it says patch culture, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. If we were so bad at labbing, then all these players from other games should come and take our money with each new release. They don't want to play it because it sucks. Since it's a new game, we can't figure shit out. Goichi played MK11 for 2-3 weeks. Game was only out for a month at that point. Got rolled up. If you think Goichi took Mortal Kombat seriously at all for 2 or 3 weeks, if I took it seriously, I must spend hours every day into it. You're smoking dick. Was that because DBFZ players are dumb? NRS players? No. No NRS players should be bad, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm not reading all that. Y'all can look it up. Tweety posted a tweet that said, thoughts on the Sonic rant, read. That's it. Anyway, this video is going to be too long if I do any more reactions to it. Basically, that shit is all wrong. Sonicfox is dominated in NRS games when there was Justice or Mortal Kombat. And if you want to say something about it, the people who are dominant in Injustice 2 haven't done the same in Mortal Kombat 11. It's some of the same players are still top players, because here's the thing that nobody wants to fucking talk about. If you train with the best players in the world, you're still gonna be one of the best players in the world. I'm sorry, like, if you still have Sonicfox on your friend list and you play with them on a weekly, monthly, whatever basis, and Dragon, and, you know, Foxy, and whoever, if you still play with these players more than the general public, you're getting more data, right? And you're playing more than, like, you're getting some side information the general public will not get, right? So you will have that advantage all the time, even if you're not that good. And that's the thing that people don't get. Like, you don't learn the neutral of the game, you don't learn the meta of the game, you learn how to beat this player. You learn what this player does. I know Sonicfox likes to do this. I know Tweety likes to do this. But you don't know how to just go in fucking Combat League online and just play a bunch of people. You don't know how to just, you know, pick up a character and maneuver around and like you. I mean, I don't mean do a combo, but I mean just play in the neutral. It shows in people's tier list, right? People don't understand still. Like, oh, I think Avalanche is Sub-Zero's best variation. And the trap stuff is cute, but then Ice is the only variation with neutral. Like, people don't understand. People still don't understand. To this day. Look at that shit. Look at the block advantage. Look at it. Look at plus. That's +1 on block. Like, people still don't understand that. -2. Like, this Sub-Zero, like, Sub-Zero needs help because he doesn't have a mid, right? This should be a mid, but it's a high. He's got a 13 frame low. He's got the mix. The mix is online, right? I'm not talking about online. I'm talking about in general as a character, right? That's a high. He's got a 14 frame mid, but it's a immediate launcher, so it's not like a string he can just throw out. And there's certain shit that he can't punish. If something is like -13 and it's a low, like Kano's little roll shit, he probably can't punish it with that. Like, we're supposed to do this? Like, you know what I mean? He probably can't punish it. He suffers in that sense, right? But like little shit, like, he gets neutral in this variation. In variation 1, he gets a freeze ball that he can combo off of. More combo damage and you lose your low special. Variation 3, you get a safe low special, which is great, and you get a setup tool. Okay, cool, you get a setup tool. What if I just stay the hell away from you? You know what I mean? What if I don't let you set me up? Then it's like, this one you get a, whoa. Oh, I don't have it. Damn it, this is raw variation, but, in variation 2, he gets a mid fireball. He gets an air mid fireball, which is always safe. Let me remind you, it's always safe. Like, the worst of shit, well, it's not always safe, but like, -10 from here. She's not gonna punish that, you know what I mean? Like, you have to try to make this shit unsafe. If you do it low to the ground, it's always gonna be hella safe. And if you do it from far away, it's always gonna be hella safe. I can do it from here, and that's still safe. -7. You can't jab me from here. I'm sorry. I'm getting off on a tangent, but point is, people don't lab these characters. They don't understand what these characters offer. Nobody wants to play neutral. They want to stagger, throw, stagger, low, mix, throw. That's all they want to do. Nobody wants to play the game. Nobody wants to sit here and play neutral. Nobody wants to poke. Nobody wants to do whiff punish, right? That's why I like playing Spawn, because Spawn kills stupid players. Aside from RTSD rush you down players, that's the problem with Spawn, because he gets rushed down. But other than that, he gets rushed down and some characters zone him out really bad. But other than that, like, if you play in any kind of mid-range game and do any stupid shit, random buttons, GG's, you die. You know what I mean? But people just don't think about that kind of shit. Like, I remember when I tried to tell people. This frost setup was wait. I tried to tell people that frost setup was fake. I didn't even do it right in this situation. But I tried to tell people that was fake, and they were like, "You're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. Look at the frame data. Look at the frame data. Look at the frame data." And I literally posted a video on Twitter showing that it was fake. It was before they nerfed Gears' backdash, but you like, and then somebody was like, "Wait, who else can do that?" And I'm like, Exactly. Like, you're not even gonna give me my props for going in the lab and figuring this shit out, right? And it's like when I always say Frost is the worst character in the game, Frost is terrible. And that's one of the things I disagree with Sonicfox about. But Sonic hasn't played as much Frost as I have. Sonic hasn't labbed as much Frost as I have. Like, that's the thing that y'all don't get. If you don't lab this game, if you don't study this game as you play it, as you watch it, I learned about a lot about this game just from watching tournament footage, bro. People don't do that. Like, they just play a bunch. When they lose, they pick a more top tier character or a more brain dead top tier character. Like, let me let y'all in on a little secret. If your favorite players switch from Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, switch from whoever they used to play, switched up to Liu Kang, or switched up to Johnny Cage, or switched up to tried Cetrion if they tried it, or if they switched up to Joker. And I don't, not Joker alone, because if you only pick Joker, maybe you like that. Like, I like Joker, so I pick him. But I'm saying, if you play Liu Kang, you play Johnny Cage, you play Joker, you play upgraded Jackie, if you switch to those characters, you're a scrub and you most likely suck at the game. And I've been saying that for a minute. But if you can't beat me with a character that isn't in the SSS tier, you're not good. That means you can exploit a broken character. Congratulations. So can everybody. Walking to Marvel vs. Capcom 3, we can all pick Phoenix and get 5 bars and kill anybody because all you gotta do is mash buttons and super. Like, it doesn't make you good, that doesn't mean you deserve respect. That's why I said audience trash, because as soon as we were gonna play, I thought was an Aaron Black player, and against some people is an Aaron Black player, or used to be. And as Aaron Black is what you call it, and as soon as I picked Spawn, he ran to another character. He ran to Johnny Cage, which is a counter pick to Spawn. So I was like, what? No, I'm going to pick Frost. And then when I went to pick Frost, he ran back to another character. I was like, bro, this is some little dick shit. Like, pick your character, dog. Just, why don't y'all want to just learn how to play? Like, I guarantee if you learn how to play the game, you will not feel the need to counter pick people. Because you know you can beat them. You know you can play. And I know this game doesn't promote being good, because you can win by being a fraud, but yeah, 99% of the NRS community is fraud, bro. But hey, tell me what y'all think. Am I wrong? Is Sonic wrong? I think Tweety's fucking wrong. You can't say, oh, Sonicfox loses in Tekken. Fam, Sonicfox has been good in every game I've seen them take seriously. And this, you can't say, oh, Goichi lost in Mortal Kombat. Fam, Goichi played Mortal Kombat for 2 weeks? That's what you said? And you think that Goichi took it seriously in that 2 weeks? Fam, no. I haven't seen a non-NRS player take an NRS game seriously in forever. Like, it's since Chris G, honestly. Chris G's last one. So that shit doesn't prove anything. But anyway, let me know what y'all think. Do y'all disagree with Sonic? Y'all agree with Sonic? That most of these players suck? Y'all agree with me? Please like, please sub. Sub for more content. I'm gonna try to do better. I'm working on something. Things go the way that they should go. We should get some better content. We should get some stream related content, and you know, some cute little things on the way. So I appreciate y'all for subbing. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Stay safe, have fun, subscribe for more content.